Greetings. Alright, blessings. Yeah, this might be a short segment, long one tomorrow. Those that have submitted questions, to the site last Sunday. I'm still working on those, so I should have those answered tomorrow. Of course, I guess I'm gonna be a day behind in that regard, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit of a week behind. I'm 7 days behind, so it'll be 8 days then. So yeah, today is kind of a low energy day. I'm doing the best I can, but I want to give you the best answer instead of just killing myself. So yeah, it's tough. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know. So I think it's best I don't. As the energies are shifting with the earth and transition is coming, we'll just enjoy the moment as best you can. Alright, yeah, human trafficking is really the subject, and time travel, so I was going to bring in Arcturian energy instead of just anybody from the universe. Basically, I came through yesterday was a future human. Of course, I'm not always going to, either way. Alright, so we'll get right into it. For those that are new to all this, IamTar.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. This is the scheduler, and also you can learn how to channel here. That's Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. Skype also had issues with Zoom today. Hopefully Zoom works tomorrow. Maybe. And also, yeah, this is the questions. I'm around 7 days behind at that moment. Just giving you an update as best we can. Spirit Social also, this is the same thing for questions, and also you have other healers and channelers that I do recommend. Also I have if you want to support the channel, and also if you want to see the rabbit. And I forgot again to do a video update. I'm not doing too good on that. God, I completely forgot about that. Jeez, again. Also has social network, and Jake Comic, and the next one's coming up, and that's going into human trafficking, actually. But another reason why I'm getting attacked. Jeez. Yep, it's going to go there. It's not going to go into it heavily, but it's going to go into it. So, and after that one, it's going to go really into the unknown. It's going to piss off a lot of those that are in control, let's put it that way. So Henry Kissinger is going to be in it. Dave Rockefeller that died. Yeah, Hillary Clinton's going to be in it. And I think it's, well, it's probably more. I can't remember. I can't put everybody in there, but yeah. So yeah, we're going to yeah, we're moving up in the world, you can say, pissing off whoever we can that's in the higher ranking of manipulation, let's put it that way. So alright, we're going to go into channeling connection. Yeah, the human trafficking energies basically is used against us. Sex trafficking, human trafficking, it's all used against us to keep us at a third dimension. Obviously, those are the wealthy are involved with it in some shape or form somewhere, either contributing to it. It's like, we'll help you keep your money, but you have to do this and fund it. I don't know how that works exactly, but it's used for blackmail and things of that sort, at least with the sex trafficking, at least for politicians, and you know, and geez, that all goes out. If that all hits, you know, if that really, if we start hearing that from Washington, what's going on, and we've heard here and there little stuff, but nothing major. No, sort of, but that would really turn this world upside down for the better, of course. Definitely need that, because as it's going on, it's used for blackmail and all kinds of, you know, like Pizzagate type of situation. So yeah, it's pretty disgusting, but it's what's going on. So that's what's like, that's the stew of 3D. At least that's used against us. It's hard to, yeah, basically the alien energy is assisting us. The idea is to remove the manipulation so we can raise our vibrations. Some will go to the 4th dimension, some will go to the 5th, some won't. But the idea is to remove the tar, or the junk, or whatever you want to call it, you know, the disease. So we're in I can say we're in a healing we're going to go into a healing vibration. It's unlike anything we've ever experienced. That's what the alien energy is for and everything. So all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Arcturians. Yes, time traveling Arcturians. Yes, so that's part of our culture, our nature, our vibration, our being. Is to basically take two realities and put them together. We're always seeing several realities going on. Yes, many of us do see months in advance, years in advance. But also, yes, many of us are from a different vibration. Also, not all of us, of course. As yes, your energy on your planet, yes, is yes of a great amount of manipulation, but also realize your world, your globe here, your planet, is cracking itself open in a way that has not been seen, yes, for a very long time. As for basically the human consciousness is going to shift. Many of the children that are going to be brought into your world are going to be more crystal children, basically. That they feel that they can finally think freely on your world. As you can see, many are having difficulties thinking freely at all for anything. But the crystal children basically go to those who can remember more. Indigo also, but crystal children is definitely going to be the highest number. Over time. As for basically, they're going to remember more of their alien spiritual vibrations and go into the healing energies, and basically, yes, you can say a higher dimensional hippie basically is going to be brought to your world. They're already here and not living the easiest existence. Many are going to come in as children, remembering and knowing their path. Some will even have a clear understanding of their past life lineage as much needed as they do a healing vibration. Basically, a child at 10 will have the knowledge of a 30-year-old, at least through spiritual understanding. Let's put it that way. Basically, I'll understand their lineage. Understand much of the third dimensional knowledge isn't going to be much of use to many of them either. They're not going to find it interesting. They might not have the best grades either. As basically the third dimension vibrations are not exactly of interest, as there much of its control reptilian vibrations basically is coming from an archonic grid that's around the human mind as they are releasing it. So many, yes, will want to be free, want to be lazy, more open, more active actually. As if we're basically sitting in a Indian style, as you call it, and basically connecting to the universe and allowing the earth to heal. Many would be female, many would be male, most would be female, but we'll leave you with that, with their decisions, because it has not been fully made. Basically, the vibrations on your earth are so heavy it's making it difficult for many of them to think or to operate in a positive way. As you go into more of a self-destruction energy, and many of you already know what that feels like. So many of you are paving the way for the lighter energies to come through. As basically it's difficult for many of them to focus. So you're bringing in that focus. Yes, many of you are here, yes, the hard lifetimes are here, yes. You're paving the way. As realized, many generations are here to bring a better generation for the future, correct? Your children will have better lives. Children have a better life. Realize also these children's children are not going to be the ones trying to make money either. They're not interested in any of that. That is a third dimensional mindset that will eventually be released. Many of you realize also the reptilian manipulations on your world are so ingrained within the male, some female, but very much within the male, that the mind is not thinking clearly at all. A dark sense of humor, but also a vicious sense of humor. As they're basically, they find darkness, they see it as light. They're not making life easy for many because basically they don't find any happiness within themselves. They might as well go into darkness and always get a chuckle out of it. As many in your world have not much of a, as you are aware, feel fulfilled. Most on your planet don't feel fulfilled in life, as you can see. And that will be going through a chain reaction over time. When are you letting go of the reptilian manipulations? Many are having difficulty to do so because they don't know where else to go. Many of you that do call light workers or whatever you want to label yourself, innovationists, you can say, innovations of light. Basically, many of you are a little bit too positive for many on your world. Because many of your world, yes, have a backwards way of looking at things, and that is what your lower beings are intended. So yes, there's a great amount of challenge that is going to be there and continue on. It's basically they realize those in the lower energies on your world, your humans, realize yes, they're in the muck of it. They know it's not that exciting, but they do it anyway because they don't know anywhere else to go. So yes, future generations have to be healed. Meaning these generations are not making it easier for your current new energy fields that are coming through. So basically, when your current generations reincarnate off this world, you will see a speed come through. Many of you are paving the way, putting the ideas out there of a healing vibration, basically. As the world will be much easier in your future than it is right now. Yes, the hardships of this, yes, is very mentally, demanding. It's very difficult to even function in this world in a way that brings positivity. It's easier to be of darkness than of light. It's easier to eat foolish food than eat positive food. As for basically removing the dark temptations is not an easy energy field to bring into your environment. As much as the third dimension is going to, yes, coexist with the higher vibrations, as basically also religion is going to die out eventually. As much as the fourth dimensional vibrations continue to wave into your society, you will have no reason for your religions. As basically religion is used for a way for the darkness to justify themselves. I'll be dark and then I'll go pray and I'll go back to being dark, basically. That is what's happening on your world. Not on a huge number, but yes, it's still quite a large number. It's not everyone within your religion field. Basically, yes, the fear energies, basically the archonic energies are basically the archons put, yes, a needle into the mind, basically to keep humans at a certain level of thinking. Many of you have removed that thinking pattern and have not been easy to connect to your families, because once you remove yourself from religion, it's not an easy life, as you can see. But basically you're paving a way to a better future for your world, but much dramatic situations must be done. Yes, conflict will bring peace eventually. Not to say you want to bring conflict into your world, but much of your religions are going to find themselves empty without anyone in their churches. Those days are not here, but those days are coming. As for basically self-fulfillment, we found within instead of someone preaching to you what it will be. You will discover it as you need. You also discover also your alien origins also, and why you brought that into your environment. A lot of it's just from past lives. So many past lives within religions, as it brought safety for that time. Those times are coming to an end. Yes, the old way of looking at things are going to come to, not a quick halt, but it's going to start disintegrating throughout the generations. As for your alien influences, basically those in your skies. What is going on is that many want to make their mark on your society to let you know that you are not alone in a positive way. As many of you already know, but still many questions. The idea is to answer those questions. And for that would be a visitation. So basically answering the alien question is basically going to, it is in the works to be answered. So alien visitation is still up in the air, but the likelihood of it is increasing. Basically the understanding that they can happen in your lifetime is basically accepting those thought patterns will, yes, increase it greatly. As for basically, yes, you are experimenting, realize we will not go beyond what you want to experience, but realize many of you, because realize when these alien beings do appear, many of you are be protecting them. You understand why. Basically, the dark forces will most likely even make themselves appear through the humans mostly, because they live through those humans that they control. Those of darkness on your world, they call themselves human. They are incarnate on your world. They are called the normal human, basically, are at a mindset of mind control, unlike anything they can even remove. They don't know how to remove that. So yes, those are basically a puppet energy, you can say, in some ways. They're working together, so it's not necessarily a puppet vibration. They're agreeing to their contract, you can say. And they're not, most aren't willing to let go, but some are. Basically, it's letting go of the third dimension thinking patterns. So not all those in third dimension are part of a lower vibration, well, at least in a negative way. It's just the fear energy. You can say that's a lower vibration. Many are, yes, adapted to that, used to that, don't know where else to go, not ready to let go. As for basically the soul is still adapting to it, understanding it, wanting to explore it further and higher vibrations. Like, I just left spirits. Now I'm in this body where I have skin and I get wrinkles when I get old. I'm not really ready to leave that yet. To basically more of a positive environment, but realize what many of you are here to do is bring a more positive energy so you can actually live longer and have less wrinkles as you get older, and remove much of the medical issues on your world. And basically for you to live longevity, think more clearly, and build your society in the way you would like it to be built. Instead of having a multi-billionaire running your planet, or several of them, many of you just remove that money aspect and you all become inventors. You all reconnect to your higher destiny, basically. That is what you're working on. Yes, it won't be perfect, but it's a world without a world where you can think more clearly. That is basically what is happening here. Without the mindset of finance, that will eventually drift away. Yes, as for the human trafficking energies, yes, that is used by, yes, reptilian blood, basically. Reptilian blood is within the human trafficking. In Archon, but mostly it's a reptilian agenda. It is basically to use your humans as cattle for the elite. It is basically to show that they can treat humans like garbage, basically. And most in your world won't care. Of course, they feel like, well, it's difficult to bring assistance to this, of course. But basically, it's your elite showing who's the master. They have those of you under economic control. They have others that they show as a lower class of human, as basically within the trafficking energies of basically a sacrifice. They will be sacrificed in some shape or form. Yes, the child sacrifice is mostly what they want to experience. But what's here now is it's basically using humans as cattle. They'd like to use this for the rest of the world, but they're not able to. Most of this will be unraveled. Yes, your Mexico is a leading place, but there's many other. Africa is used for it also. As for human trafficking energies are increasing on your world instead of decreasing. They will definitely decrease, but not yet. One moment. What is going on? Yes, is your Earth is your human energies as they raise. You will know more about how they basically. You are helping your law enforcement not to be afraid to bring this into light. This is another reason of raising your vibrations, having a more open mind, knowing what's going on in this world. The more you know, the more your energies shift, basically. The more that you basically open-mindedness, let's put it that way. The more open-minded you are, that you're not alone here, that there are alien beings connected to you through channelings, through healings, but also angelic beings. The more your vibration changes timelines. You're changing timelines where human trafficking does not exist. The more of you do this, the more it will be removed from your planet. Because those that are capable of removing it, they get energies from you, assistance. So, you can call it human trafficking as a way of having a belt around the throat, basically, a rope around the throat of humanity that's now being loosened. Blessings to you. Yes, there are Orion beings that are assisting you. Arcturian beings. The Orions play a big role in your ascension process, as they do feel very responsible for where your world has, where it's been and where it's going. Where it's been, they could have done more in your past. So you are receiving higher vibrations of where you are going. Indications of how, when, and where. But basically the alien energies are going to, yes, imprint into your society over time. You're using your skies as one way to communicate, channeling as one, healing as another. More is to come, that's all they can say. Blessings to you from the Arcturians. Much love. Alright, blessings. Alright, see you guys tomorrow. Much love.